Morning everyone. Me and the kids, all of the kids, are off to the Runoff to ship the beefies and the calves, and then we're going to do a couple of jobs in town, and then we're going to do some fencing and also put the cows onto the new grass for the first time. They're going to have their first break, so that'll be good. So yeah, let's carry on. Come on girls, boys, bits. There you go. Alright, chase them down this way. Yep, stop there. Make some noise. You don't make a mooing noise. Good job. So we've still got 12 beefies. We've got a few, when they're nearly yearlings, over in the calves. A few white faces over there, plus a speckled park and some highlands, so they'll be taking place of these ones when these go to the works. Come on! The highland, speckled park. Alright, so I'm just in the new grass paddock. We were just having a look whether or not I'm going to graze it or not. I like to graze the new grass when it's fine because I don't want to do too much damage to the ground. But we just do the pull test. That's not a very good pull test, so it's come right out of the ground. But cows are a bit more gentle on it. They've got sharper teeth, so I think it is actually alright. I just grabbed onto too much grass there, but yeah, it's getting to be a good length. Potentially could be a bit longer, but I think it'll be alright. So I'm just going to put them in here for a couple hours, just to really take the top off it. Not going to graze it down too hard, and then we'll stick them somewhere else for the night. So I like to get all my new grasses in March. Get them in March. And generally you'll get some grazings with the milkers on it. That's what I like to do. It doesn't always happen, but most of the time I have all my grass is done by the end of March. So that's even direct drilling, or what we've done here going into worked up ground. So yeah, that's the plan. So we're going to go and get the cows now. They're going to come on here. It's a little bit soft because I didn't get a chance to roll it, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it could be alright. The cows will just pack it down a little bit when they walk. There's a few bumps and bits and pieces, so we could even roll it after. I'm not sure, I haven't had experience with it, but yeah, let's go and get the cows. Found a spot where I've been lifting the drill up to soon, because I've do the rounds around the outside of the paddock and then go up and down, and it's either where I've been coming out of the ground or where I've been going in too slow. A little bit more down there. It's alright though, grass will grow.
Falcon's going out the gate.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Alright, so we're in the paddock that we direct drilled base into, and here you can see a few lines of it. A little bit there,
Here.
a little bit here and there. We sowed at a slightly lighter rate. I think it was probably around the 17 to 18 kgs a hectare.
Oh, here. And here.
Yep, there's some there. That's base there. So it's definitely there. It was always, when you do this, it's always good to see the grass coming up, because you always wonder if you even put it in the ground sometimes. Alright, come on kids, let's go.
What is that doing there?
That's what the last contract will be used as insulated. So this new grass paddock has a lot of that flatweed. I don't know what it is. I know that spray will kill it, but it's also very thin. You can see it's very thin on that sort of a patch of it. It sort of starts up here and comes down through the middle there. It's quite thin. The grass, the grass is quite a bit thicker, even though it's got the flatweeds, it's thicker. But yeah, over there it's a bit light for some reason, I'm not sure why. So here they are, they're pretty happy. I don't know, when does everyone else graze their new grass? Do they wait for it to get a bit longer? Do they wait for it so you can't pull it out of the ground? Or yeah, let me know what you do. But yeah, that's what we done. Alright, so a little update on the cabin site, or the bed and breakfast cabin. We've started planting. You can see the plants all down this side. I sprayed it sort of where I want it to go, and we've just filled it up. I can't tell you what all the plants are exactly. I know we've got some kowhais, kanuka and manuka, and there's a totra tree down there, and there's these ones here are called five finger, I believe. Suzanne calls them that. But yeah, I can't tell you what all these plants are. There are flexes there. I can't even remember what those are. Those and those are the same type of plant, just different. But yeah, these plants, we got these from Bentley Nursery in Walton. It's actually run by sort of an uncle's son and daughter-in-law. So yeah, they come in trays of 28, I think, and then if they're individually potted, they come in a tray of 15. But yeah, we got 420 plants all up, so we might still plant a few more in amongst this, but otherwise we'll plant the rest on this other side, which we've got sprayed out. So it'll be bush right around. Eventually that'll grow up, you won't see the neighbors. And I also removed 2 pine trees out of the corner there, cut those down, and there was some smaller flexes, just sort of like some knee-high flexes in there. I split them up and planted them down under the trees there, and a few just up the top here. So it's taking shape. We sort of want to get this planting done sort of sooner than later, because the longer you leave it, so you know, like the earlier you plant it, the bigger it's going to get quicker. So our neighbour, she planted quite a bit, and she wishes she had planted more, because when you look back 7 years and you see the growth and you're like, oh, I've got more to plant. Well, yeah, so we're probably going to end up buying some more plants for another area on the farm, because I actually quite enjoy doing this. It's actually something that I sort of enjoy doing. So yeah, that's that. I'm going to go do some fencing now. We've got the post rammer on. More new grass, it's up. This little guy's tired. how tight those posts are when they've been rammed in. The strainer that we pulled out over here, I knew it would be pretty tough to get out. They yeah, posts that are rammed into hard ground seem to be hard to get out, but anyway, that's what I'm going to do now. I won't bore you with too much of this because it's not that exciting. I'm just going to use that reel. I'm going to run a string line between this one and then down to that strainer down there. So I think what I've decided to do with the paddocks, we were going to put a race across here, I mean a fence over to the crossing over there, but what I think we're going to do now is leave that fence where it is and potentially pull out that one that goes that way, because it's nicer having bigger paddocks. Like 2 hectare paddocks is the ideal size for this farm, I think. So yeah, like we don't need to remove that fence, but if we ever need some post one day and wire, we can, but it can actually just stay like that, and then we just open that gate and the cows can just go between the two when you want to graze it as one paddock. So yeah, ram that strainer in there, we'll put a stay on there later, put the wires across, and then the wires will come around here alongside here. And this is another area we're actually going to plant. We're going to plant around this bank. We figure we don't want to have the cows climbing all over it, they'll just erode it, so best way is to plant it and it'll look quite tidy. So gonna get these string line up, get the posts in, and then I'm gonna carry on around that way. There's still quite a bit to do. Well, to me it feels like there's a lot to do, but someone that is really good at fencing would probably have this knocked out pretty quick. Alright, so I got this little stretch done. Didn't really take that long. Got to dig one in there. My post rammer doesn't have enough angle to back up and get that one in, and then I've put a couple of posts around there where I'll run the wire around and put posts between them. So I need to get a bit heavier posts where there's a white standard sort of somewhere there. Yeah, put a decent post in there. There's a bit of a corner. Probably with this sort of fencing there's more thinking involved than actually, like if you're doing a straight run it's easy, you just bang a post in here and one in the bottom and one over there, and then just, you know, go between it. But when you're going round and down through dips, a bit more thinking involved, I think, but I'm not a professional fencer. Yeah, that's probably going to be it for the fencing. What's that? So that's going to be it for the fencing. Need to go and take the cows off the new grass. Hey,
Up here.
you up here? And that fire's just started smoking, and we lit that probably like 3-4 weeks ago, maybe. And yeah, it's just come back to life now. Hopefully it burns away. There's some big old ugly gum logs in there that have been there, been in this paddock since I was a kid. I remember them being in the corner, so it's something I've wanted to do is clean that up. There, the cows are just going into the paddock over there. Well, these girls are going to be happy with this grass. Nice grass in this paddock. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you somewhere else on the farm. See ya.